Hello everybody and welcome to this new video on Tinkercad, and in this video we are going to see how to work with planes. So it means we have the possibility to work with planes and work with these work planes, and this is what we are going to see in this video. You can subscribe to this YouTube channels if you like the content. First link on the description, the complete course Tinkercad is available. If you want to learn Tinkercad starting from scratch to perfectly master 3D modeling, this course will be perfect. It is on the first link on the description, different hours of training content to master the different features of Tinkercad. In the second link on the description, this is a website in link with this YouTube channel. You can discover software in these channels, have basics of the software. And second link on the description, it is like an online school. You have a lot of graphic courses and you can pick a course and learn any graphic software. So let's start with the work plane. By default, we can have this work plane here. So with this work plane, if you add a shape by default, you can automatically snap to this work plane. You can also have the shortcut C to place the shape of the work plane, but first, by default, I only have one shape, so the cube will appear directly on this work plane, as you can see. If I define a size for the cube, I will define a width like 60, so I will tap 60 on this area, and I will define a length like maybe 80, and I will define a height like maybe 30. So I have my cube here, and maybe I will increase a little bit the width, and I will invert, I will tap 80 here, and I will tap 60 on this area, just like that. So this element, I'm going to scale, for example, the 8. So I will scale and I will just apply something like maybe 6. If I add a cylinder, the cylinder, as you can see, whether if I'm here, I will be on the work plane, but if I arrive on a face, I will be on the face. It can be here, it can be here, or it can be here. So if I just go left click, automatically this cylinder will appear on the face. We can find like a second work plane. It's not really a work plane, it's just that where you are here. So if I move my cylinder, I will stay on this green work plane created here. Now if I delete this cylinder, I will click here and I will add a cylinder again. Even if you are on this face, you can press C on the keyboard, and when you press C, automatically you will be able to not be on the face, but be on the work plane. And if I go left click, now as you can see, I'm in the work plane. And for this, you can use the shortcut C. Let's just remove this cylinder. I will click on the cube and I will just scale like this. I will then click on these tools, the roof tools, and with the roof tools I will place my element just here. I will select the top view and I will define the orthographic view. Then I will move this one here, I will move this one just like this. I will scale a little bit on this direction, scale on this direction as well. And maybe I will scale a little bit. I think I didn't work too much with the precision. Let's just increase a little bit more. And I will just do something like this. But it's not exactly what I want to do. I'm going to show you something a little bit different. I will just place the work plane here without any position specific, and we will start like this first. So after to do this work, something that I wanted to show you, you have the work plane tools here. So as I explained, when you add a shape, automatically you will be on the default work plane, or you can snap to a face just like this. So if you select these tools, the work plane tools, you can define another work plane. I will press escape. I will click on this tool. Oops, you need to click outside. I'm going to click outside just like this. Yes, recuperate these tools. And if, for example, I go on this face, left click, and as you can see, I display my new work plane on this area. So it means I can select any shape, maybe I can select this one. As you can see, we will be automatically displayed on this work plane or on a face, but not on this work plane. The last work plane, I cannot go on this. So it means I can place my object here, and we will be on this work plane, as you can see. And I can place another one, like maybe this one, and we will arrive on this work plane. And if I move my object, as you can see, I will stay automatically on this work plane. I will stay automatically on the active work plane. If now I create another workplane, you can click here and change the active workplane. It can be maybe left click on this area. And now if I add another object, like maybe a cylinder, as you can see, I will display my cylinder automatically on this workplane. So if I place maybe here, as you can see, the cylinder will appear on this area. I can scale my cylinder, make what I want. And if I move my cylinder, we will stay on this active workplane, as you can see. So we'll stay on this active workplane, just like that, here. So it is something important to understand. Just here, we'll stay on this active workplane. So you can place workplane like this. You just need to click on the workplane. If I want to place a workplane on this face, I can go left click and place the workplane here. If I add another element, it can be something like what I can use. I can use also more shapes, but maybe I will select something like this one and left click, and as you can see, we will be on this workplane. And if I move, I will stay on this workplane. I can select the front view, and as you can see, we will stay on this workplane. If you want to recuperate your original workplane, how you can do this? You just need to click on the workplane tools, and you go left click on the original workplane on the base, just like that. And automatically we recuperate this original workplane, so it means if I add a cube, I add any element, will be on this original workplane. And now if I take something like maybe this one, because I don't have any workplane, I have the freedom to move exactly where I want on the different axes, as you can see. So here I can move, because don't I remove my active workplane for this object, just like that. So this is something important to understand. You can create active workplane and you can place the workplane where you want. Just need to click here. It can be also, as you can see on the side, just like that. You can select the workplane again. It can be here, or it can be here as well, or it can be on another one. It can be here, and you can continue like this. So we are going to stop here for these videos on workplane in Tinkercad. If you like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. First link on the description, the complete course Tinkercad is available. If you want to learn Tinkercad for 3D modeling, perfect, master all the different features to create all your 3D models, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn. We see also the animation part in this training course, and also the code block part to create models with code in the training course. In the second link on the description, this is a website in with this YouTube channel. You can discover software, have basics of this software in these YouTube channels. And second link on the description, it is like an online school, so it means you can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. For the next video on this channel, see you. Ciao, ciao.